Hello, my name's Linda and today I'm making a really simple pop-up card. Now I've recently purchased this fantastic paper set. It's Graphic 45, it's called Ocean Blue and it's got some beautiful papers in here. And I love anything nautical and I couldn't resist it. How lovely is that? So really lovely. This is a 12 by 12 and also they have some journaling cards as well. I can't remember how many there is in there. Quite a few. So they've got the larger ones and some smaller ones. Really pretty, lots of different designs on. So I'm going to be using a couple of sheets from here and a couple of the journaling cards, and 3 of them actually, to make a really quick card. So this is what I'm going to be using. I've got a normal 5 by 7 base card, and then I've cut out lots of the paper. So I've cut out 4 sheets. So using the same design, I've cut 4 of these, and these are all just under 5 by 7. So they're going to fit onto the front of my card and the insides of my card. I'm going to be using the other side on some of them. So 4 of those. And then I've got some white cardstock, which is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then one of the journaling cards, I've gone for the Octopus, and I'm going to actually layer that onto there. And then I've got 3 of the little journaling cards and another piece of cardstock here, which I'm going to use to layer this one up on. 3 1/2 by 4 1/2, that layer. So that's just going to be like that. And then this is going to be my pop-up, and this is 4 by 6. So I'm going to start with my pop-up. I'm going to do a little bit of scoring. So this is 4 inches. So on the short side, I'm just going to go along to 1 inch, and I'm going to score. And then this way is 6 inches, and at 3 inches, I'm going to score. So we're going straight through the middle, and then 1 inch from the bottom. So using my bone folder, I'm just going to fold these over. And then I'm going to be sticking my cards on like this, actually this way round, so they're going to be like this. So on the bottom inch, I'm just going to run some of my double-sided tape here. It actually doesn't need to be 1 inch. I'm going right by as close to the score line as I can get. I've creased it all up there. Carry on along here. Did a bit of creasing there. Then I'm going to snip along here. Depending on what size tape you've got, you don't actually need a whole inch there. So I'm actually going to fold this in half. I want this to be the same on both sides, so just neaten it up a bit there. So with this folded in half, I'm then just going to snip along here and on the other side. So just like you would be making a tab. And so it's going to end up like this. Okay, so I'm going to put that to one side now, and we're going to start decorating our card. So this is one of the 3 by 4 journaling cards. It has some coral on one side, but I want to use this for writing your message on. So I'm just going to stick it onto this piece of cardstock that I've cut out, and that is 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. I'm just using a bit of glue, a bit of wet glue there to stick this down. I'm using my multi-purpose Tombow glue. And then I'm going to stick my octopus onto my piece of white cardstock. The white cardstock is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And it's just so it layers it up, makes it pop out a little bit better. I'm going to leave the front of my card really quite plain. I'm not going to put any sentiments on, is what I mean. So if you want to put a sentiment on, you can put one on. I'm gonna wait until I decide what I'm going to use this card for. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this to the front of this layer. It is quite an easy card. So it's just lots of cutting and sticking, no stamping. But you're going to have the pop-up element in it. It's a really simple pop-up. Okay, so that is going to be the front of our card. I'm going to stick this one onto the back. So this is going to be the back of the card. This is going to be where we write our message. So there we have the front and the back. I'm going to just put those to one side to dry. So on the inside of the card base, I'm going to stick our other two pieces that we've cut out. Instead of using that side, we're going to be using the other side, so the reverse side of this. And I'm just going to stick those to the inside of the card. So this is also a great way to use up any card stock, because I've used a couple of sheets of 12 by 12 to do this. And I know that some people, they seem to hoard their paper. Okay, so that's the inside of our card. So I've chosen this one, and I've lost the other one. Oh, here it is. And this one. And I'm going to stick these on, and I've left, I'm sticking on this side so that my flaps, when they stick down, are going to match my background paper. You're not really going to see them because they're going to be behind here, but if you do look, it all matches in. So I'm going to stick this one on first. I'm going to put the glue onto my pop-up, and you need to make sure that your card doesn't go over your crease mark. So you need to be able to fold it over. As you can see, it's not quite at the top of this, but that does not worry me at all. And then this one's going to go on the other side. So there's our pop-up. Bring our card base back in. So we have our card base here, and here's our pop-up. And both of them have score lines down the middle. And we want to line up our score line with this score line. So this one and this one are going to be lined up. And then we need to decide how we're going to place this. Now I want mine to open like a book, as I said earlier. So it needs to be sort of like this. And so it pops up. So when it pops up like that. But then the next thing we need to worry about is we don't want our pop-up to be popping out of here. So if we put it up here, when it closed, it would be popping out the top of the card, and we don't want that. We want the pop-up to be inside the card still. So I'm going to line mine up down here, and then if you lay it down, you can see where it's going to finish. So I'm going to come down a tiny bit more. So I'm going to come down about here. So let's take the backing off. And also we don't want our pop-up to be like this. We need to bend it, so it's going to be bent like a book. Okay, so I'm sticking that side down. And then the other side. Fold it over, and as you can see, it's nicely inside my card there. I could take the backing off. So I take the backing off of that side, and then I can just fold this over, push it down, and then when we open it, we've got this. How cute is that? And that's a really, really simple pop-up. Okay, so we can now decorate the front and the back of our cards with the layers that we've made. I'm actually going to be doing another pop-up card later on. I've been working on it at the moment, and it's going to be a little bit more complicated, so I thought I'd start easy. There we go. So I mean, if you wanted to buy a pop-up card in the shops, they'd be quite expensive. So it's much nicer and cheaper to make your own. Not that card making is actually a cheap hobby, particularly, because once you start buying, you just can't stop. And I'm going to put this on the back. Okay, so that is where you can write your message. And so there you go. There's the finished card. So such pretty paper. I absolutely love this paper. And we open it up. And we've got this lovely pop-up. And then you can write your message on the back. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you did. And thanks for watching. Bye.